If the thought of delivering a speech fills you with dread, then you're going to love the course that I have for you. Princess Diana once said, "I'm not a natural public speaker, but I am learning." How to elevate the way you handle conflict by using the art of conversation. If you find yourself arguing in relationships, at work, with tradespeople, family members, this video is a must-watch video for you. Welcome back to Etiquette UK. I am delighted to have you joining me today. Etiquette UK is here for you. And if you're looking to find me when I'm not here, please try me on Instagram. Leave me a DM if you need to. I look forward to that. I'd like to remind you that Etiquette UK is not about being perfect. I'll repeat that, not about being perfect. Enter any boardroom and be able to have your seat at the table. People will listen to what you have to say because you'll have the confidence to contribute at the table. Good manners, without a doubt, will open doors for you. Doors of opportunity. People will like you. People will support you. People will compliment you. People will recommend you. Because you are kind and you help your community and you look out for others. If this is something you want to do, if you want to elevate your personal and professional life and you're ready to do it now, if this is your time, then keep watching. If you've ever experienced any of those scenarios, hopefully it never happens again for you, but if it does, I'm sure you want to know how you can handle the situation better, or if you do want to handle the situation better, then hopefully I can provide some tips for you so that that can be the case. Now, it's so easy for everyone to say to you, you need to stay calm. When you're in a conflict, it's the most difficult and challenging thing to do, to stay calm. But it really is important for us to try and cultivate a way that we can, because that way we can start to think clearly and communicate more effectively. So try and take a deep breath. And again, I know it's going to be awfully difficult in the middle of a conflict to start going, I'm taking a deep breath, and then remind yourself that the conflict is not personal. When at the heat of the moment, it feels extremely personal when you're going through a conflict. Now it's time to start listening, not just listening, but actively listening, really listening to what the other person is saying, both in their words and their emotions. Don't interrupt or try and defend yourself. Just listen. Be willing to compromise. And again, it's so hard to do that. But in most cases, there are no right or wrong answer to a conflict. So be willing to compromise and find a solution that works for both you and the other person in the conflict. Focus on the problem, not the person. It's important to remember that the conflict is about the issue at hand. That issue could be caring for a family member. It could be a project that you're both working on together. It could be about the care of your children. So think of the issue and avoid personal attacks and finding a solution to the problem that you're both facing. Once the conflict is resolved, be willing to forgive the other person and move on. Because the only person who is going to get hurt if you hang on and hold anger and resentment is you. If the conflict is with a co-worker, try and talk to them privately in a neutral setting. And if you can't resolve the conflict on your own, then bring in a mediator or go to your supervisor, ask for help. If the conflict is with a friend or a family member, try and talk to them in a calm and respectful way. So respect is so important when it's with friends and especially with family. If you can't resolve the conflict on your own, you may want to seek help from a therapist or even a counsellor. And if the conflict is with a stranger, try to de-escalate the problem. You don't want to be pouring petrol onto the fire. You want to defuse the situation, not explode the ticking bomb. By remaining calm and don't start threatening anyone, keep it calm. If you do at some point feel unsafe, you may want to remove yourself from the situation, and if it's really serious, you do need to report it to the authorities. So by handling conflict in a calm and handling conflict can be difficult, but it's important to learn the art of communication, because that skill that you learn will help you to handle conflict in a healthy and positive way, and that you remain friends with your colleagues, your friends, and your family. And that is the ultimate game, that we all try and achieve a happy community. And my safe space here on YouTube is for that, so that we can be better individuals, better family members, better supports within our community. The aim is to achieve polite communication, the art of polite communication. It's the ability to interact with each other in a way that is respectful, considerate, and appropriate for the situation. So that involves using good manners, being attentive to the needs of others, and avoiding behaviour that can be considered rude or offensive. Here are some key elements of polite communication. So what I'd like to provide you now is some key elements of polite communication. Polite communication is an art, and it's an important skill to learn because it can help you build positive relations with the people, improve your communication skills and make a good impression, not just on your immediate friends and family, but the people that you actually meet within your everyday life. It's about more than just exchange of words. It's about building rapport. So hopefully what you can conclude from this is that the art of communication is the ability to communicate effectively with others in a way that is both enjoyable and meaningful. It's about more than just exchange of words. It's about building rapport, sharing ideas, and creating connections. So although we've been affected by the conflicts that we've discussed within the video, one of the important things that we need to do is avoid complaining about the issue you've had with other people. Avoid gossiping about the situation, again, with other people. And when we're talking, we don't want to constantly be negative about the individual so that they start to have a bad reputation, because this might just be your view and your feeling about that individual, and it's not for you to cast a view of that individual that puts them in a bad light. So try and be polite, considerate and mindful of the people that are around you, that you're not drawing everybody in to create a negative atmosphere. We want to create positivity wherever possible, and that means in avoiding interrupting people or talking over people or making them feel uncomfortable. We want to create an environment that produces happy conversation, and a conversation that we can quickly shut things down so they don't erupt. And then that way you are cultivating the art of conversation. It's a skill. It will not happen overnight. It takes patience, but you can learn and you can improve with practice. And by following these tips, you'll become more engaging and you'll have more enjoyable conversations. So I look forward to hearing about your wonderful conversations. Leave your comments down below of how you're improving in your polite conversation. I look forward to hearing them. Princess Diana's famous quote, when she said, "I am not a natural public speaker, but I am learning." Princess Diana spoke about her fear of public speaking and how she overcame them. She said that she was initially terrified of speaking in front of a large crowd. She worked hard to improve her speaking skills. She also said that she learned to connect with her audience on an emotional level, which helped her overcome her fears. Diana's quote is inspiring because it shows that even if you're not a natural speaker, you can still learn to be an effective speaker. It shows that it's important to be authentic and genuine when you're speaking to an audience. Diana's quote is a reminder that anyone can learn to be a better speaker, and that it's important to be yourself. Let's go on to see how Princess Diana progressed. Quote also showed us that Diana was aware of her limitations as a public speaker. She then decided to grow in confidence and in her ability to connect with her audience. And she did this by using her own experiences and emotions to connect with people. And this made a powerful and effective communicator of Diana. Again in 1995, at the United Nations, Diana spoke about the importance of education for girls. She said that education is the key to unlock a girl's potential. It's the key to her future. This speech was instrumental in raising awareness for the issues of girls' education and helping to inspire change. And then in 1996, Diana spoke at the British Red Cross, and she spoke about the importance of compassion and kindness. She said, "We must all do our part to make the world a kinder place." This speech was a reminder of Diana's compassion and commitment to making a difference in the world. And then in 1997, at the Nelson Mandela AIDS Foundation, she spoke about the importance of compassion and understanding. She said, "We must not turn our back on those who are suffering. We must reach out with compassion and understanding." This speech was widely praised for the eloquence and emotion and hope that Diana gave to everyone globally. So the reason Diana was able to produce such wonderful communication and increase her ability to become a public speaker was because of one thing that made her so popular. The one thing that stood out and made Princess Diana such an amazing, incredible public speaker was her charisma. She was able to connect with people on a very deep level. She inspired people to be better, and her legacy continues to inspire people today. Princess Diana didn't achieve these skills all by herself. She had help to carefully choose the words in her public speaking, even understanding the power of body language. Princess Diana had help to do this, and coming soon I'm going to introduce you to someone very, very special. So look out for that. In the meantime, I'll leave a link down below so that you can improve your communication skills, and I will help you with your charisma. If that's something that appeals to you, please say yes.